So before we get started, because we have about 4 minutes, approximately, any questions so far? Because I know that I ask questions, and I ask if you have any questions at the end of practice, but sometimes it takes a little while to, when you get home and then you think about what you just did and how it felt, and sometimes then the questions come.
Yeah.
After the fact, which is fine. I mean, it takes time to have things be, to incubate. And so does anyone have any questions or concerns or thoughts about any of the things that we've done so far in the last 2 months?
Okay.
Say thanks.
It's all good.
Okay. Did someone say something?
We're a happy woman.
Okay.
We're happy.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. That's always good. Okay. Let's just wait a couple more minutes to see if anyone else is going to come. I know there's some people away. I can open a window. I'm gonna put the screens on. I can open all the windows if you want. No, I can only open 2 windows because I have screens. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna open this one.
If you want to, or maybe that one, or maybe should I just do those 2 to have a cross breeze going, or what do you think? A cross breeze? Okay, so we're not gonna do this one then. Okay. 2 over here. Put your glasses on your sweater.
Oh,
No, we don't want that.
Okay, so.
They have to, just a second, I will.
No, I just get to it.
So pressing, so I get it into the little, just one.
You know what I'd like to do is.
Okay, we are gonna get started.
That might be.
Yeah, you're gonna lie down. On your back. Well, I mean, if lying on your back doesn't work, you can always get your hands. Okay, we're starting. Elizabeth's gonna have a lot to edit afterwards because she's not here. They're driving through Nova Scotia, so I had to start this myself. So the recording part started half an hour ago. It's not, it's all, everything you said is recorded. It is, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be edited. That's all going to be chopped off. So, another question I had for you is: has anyone looked at the recordings? I've sent all of them out.
Yeah.
Yes, you have. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Not
Yeah.
loud enough.
Good. Now, okay, pardon me?
The sound is not loud enough.
Okay, you have to turn up your speaker
I did.
because all the speakers are loud. Because when I get it, when I listen to it on mine, it's so loud, I actually have to turn it down.
I didn't have that loud.
You had that what
I
problem?
didn't have the speaker problem, it was fine for me.
It was fine for you, yeah, yeah, it's on your end, it's on your end. Yeah, cause this is on full blast, that's on full blast, and when she edits, it's on full blast. So you're gonna end up having probably to put it down, I know I have to, because it's so loud. And I'm looking at myself, I go, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
No judgment, no criticism, you know, it is what it is, right? But I will make sure that this is up, and it's up all the way. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Okay, so lie down or you can sit. If you don't feel like lying down, that's totally fine. Okay, if you're at home, you can sit in a chair or you can lie down, entirely up to you. Okay, so we're just gonna find our center. We'll go and close that door over there. When we practice, there's some yoga practices that don't start on lying down. They start seated. But when you're seated, sometimes it's a lot of weight on the spine. So it's nice to just lay on your back, create some balance throughout your whole body. And also laying on your back, especially on the ground, is so beneficial. It is so beneficial. It's nice and firm, and your body can just come to a really good place. It's so good for your back. It's good for your bones. Without having, because sometimes when we're on a soft surface like our mattress, we can create some unalignment. So and so everything's not in align with itself. When you're on a firm surface, your body tends to find some balance and alignment. Okay, so just take a moment and close your eyes. And just allow yourselves, in fact, give yourselves permission to arrive into your practice. So that means let go of what happened this morning, what's going to happen later, what happened yesterday, and just bring yourself to this present moment. And then you can set your own personal intention for this practice. So what brought you to practice today? And then keeping yourself in this present moment, start to do a body scan. Notice how you're feeling. Notice what kind of sensations come up for you. Notice the way that you're breathing and what you're thinking about. I'm going to read you a little quote. You can just chew on that. This is a little quote for a while. Okay, so this is from Finding Your Way from Sharon Salzberg. She's a meditation teacher. You need to turn off phones.
Sorry.
Right.
I know, get to put it on mute.
Yeah, or just mute it. Okay, so this quote is, "We may not be able to change the circumstances of our lives, but we can change our relationship to those circumstances." So I'll repeat that one more time. We may not be able to change the circumstances of our lives, but we can change our relationship to those circumstances. So just consider that for a few moments. Maybe even see how that's relative to yourself, to your life, to your practice today. Okay, take a nice big breath in through the nose and sigh it out through your mouth. Do that again, this time giving yourself a nice big stretch, arms up and behind your head. Reach, stretch. Big breath in through the nose, exhale through your mouth. Good. Okay, and then you're just gonna roll over and come into a seat. Any kind of seat you want. So if you can sit on the blocks, you can sit on your chair, you can sit on a knee pad. Legs can be however you're comfortable. Just sit up nice and tall. Okay. Anyway, let's see. So you're just gonna rest your hands on your knees. You can close your eyes if you like. And we're gonna do some so hum breathing. So hum means I am that I am. When you breathe in, the sound is gonna be so. Okay, so it's gonna sound like so. So when you breathe in, it sounds like the sound so. Okay, and when you exhale, it's gonna sound like hum. So it's gonna like be a vibration going through your body. You don't have to vocalize it unless you really feel okay. It can be an internal vocalization. So you're just gonna breathe in through the sound of so. Exhale a hum. Inhale so. And exhale hum. So it's as if you were humming. Let's do that for a few moments. Just bring your lips together, just gently, and just hum. Until you exhale everything out. So bring yourself back to that so hum, and we'll do that a few times. Just go at your own pace. Your inhale is going to be different than everyone else's. Your exhale is going to be a little bit different than everyone else's. So we're not blowing the air out, we're just humming it out. No, just keep your mouth like this, and then it's just hum. Should feel like a vibration moving through your body. No. Yeah, no, nothing coming out of the mouth. Okay, now see if we can do that internally. So no sound coming out. You're gonna feel the sound. You're gonna feel the sound in your bodies. Let's do that 2 more times. Okay, and then when you're ready, let go of that breath. Just breathe normally, just notice. Did you notice the vibration moving through you? Yeah, good. Good. Okay, let's bring our arms all the way up. Give ourselves a nice big stretch. Hands together down towards the heart. Okay, so whenever you want to, you can change the position of your legs how often as you like. Okay, bring your hands down onto your knees And we're gonna start to do some circles in the hip. So nice and slow. And again, you can change the position that you're sitting in at any time that you like. Nice and slow. Take your time. You might notice things happening in your hips, in your legs, in your feet. If you're on a chair, those people at home, just make sure that you don't fall off the chair, maybe hold on to the sides of the chair. Yeah, you're in a creaky spot, I know. And then you're gonna reverse your circle around and around. And just keep noticing how it feels in the body. Again, anytime you want to change your legs, go for it. And make sure you're breathing. Breathing gives you energy, keeps you alive. Let's go a couple more times around. And then we're gonna sit up nice and tall. Okay, we're gonna float those arms all the way back up. And we're just gonna go side to side, but be aware of how you're planting your hand, okay? So plant your hand, go sideways, you can go as far as you want, take your time, go back all the way back up, and go over towards the other side. We're just gonna flow like this. Just go with your breath. Okay, go at your own pace. Again, if you're sitting on a chair, you probably have to hold on to the chair so you don't flop off the chair. That's not, will not be good. And just feel that movement. See if you can keep both buttock cheeks down onto the ground or on your chair without lifting. We'll do that a couple more times, and then we're going to stay on the right side. So once you get back to that right side, you're going to just stay there and adjust yourself. Maybe arm points up, maybe it goes over, maybe it just sits on the top of your head. Maybe you need to bring the arm down, which is totally fine. Maybe you wrap it around your back. You can try all different things. Just to notice, you might be looking out, you might be looking up, you might be looking down with your head, just depending on what your neck's doing. So you find, be curious. Remember that quote I told you about, change the circumstances. Or how you relate to those circumstances. What can you do to change it? Okay, and then we'll inhale, we'll bring ourselves all the way back up again and go over to the other side. So left side, again, the same thing, might feel different. Then the arm can go wherever it wants to go, whatever feels right in your body. You can also be curious and try all the different positions that there are with your head and your arm. One definitely is going to feel better than the other. And then we'll bring ourselves back up. Arms reach up. Good. And then we're going to bring our hands down. And you're going to just bring your arms out as far as they can go. You're sitting in a chair, you're just going to slide your hands down your legs towards your ankles. And here we'll just go as far as we can. Don't force it. Just breathe. Okay, bring yourself all the way back. Bring your arms up. You're gonna circle them back behind. You either plant your fingers or your hands down, okay, or hold on to the back of your chair. and push your heart forward, squeeze your shoulder blades, and gently look up. Not forcing the head, and just opening up through the heart, through the shoulders. Just breathe. Bring yourself back, take the arms, reach them back up, circle them again, all the way back up, hands together, and then down towards the heart. Good. And then let's just shake out the hands a little bit, moving them around, maybe wiggle the fingers, circle the wrists. Okay, and then we're gonna do some cows and cats. So you're either on your knees or you're sitting, your hands are on your knees, either or, and we'll do some cows and cats. So if you're seated, moving into a cow, pushing yourself forwards, and then pushing yourself back. If you're in table, you're going to lift, and you can see me dropping the belly into the cow. And exhale, rounding it off up into your calf. Use the knee pads if you need to. If your hands are on the ground, make sure you're pressing into your fingers and your knuckles, not into your wrists. So either or, whatever works the best for everybody. We'll just do that a few more times. You want to feel balanced regardless of wherever you are doing your cow and cat. And you can even add that hum, that so hum again to it. So the so would be when you're in your cow, and then the hum would be into your cat. So you can try that for a couple of times. Again. And then we'll come back to table, or if you're seated, you can come back to just seated. And then if you're on the chair, you're going to go into a forward bend. If you're on the ground like this, you're going to tuck your toes, lift your hips up, and walk your hands and feet together into a forward bend. Now we're just going to hang out here. So bend, nice bend into the knees. Okay, you can just relax the arms down. You can even hold on to the elbows if that serves you better. You don't have to drop all the way down to touch your toes either. You can be at about halfway. You can place your hands on your thighs or your shins, wherever you like. Good. And then we're going to bring ourselves all the way up. So if you're sitting in a chair, you're sitting in a chair. If you're standing up, you're standing up. And bring the arms all the way up. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Push as high as you can. Good. Bring hands together and then down by your heart. And we'll bring the arms down by our sides. Palms are facing forwards. Take a few breaths here just to breathe and to notice. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Well, last week we did some feet stuff, so we're going to do a little bit more of that, and then we'll move into some positions. Okay. So your hands can be wherever they can be, at your heart, on your hips. Okay. So everyone should be standing up now, even the people at home. You're on a chair. If you really need to sit on a chair, keep your feet onto the ground. Okay. So we're just going to shift the weight from side to side. Again, hands can be wherever you like. If they want to be on your hips, fine. At your heart, fine. Down by your side, fine. We're just going to go from side to side, shifting the weight. There's still going to be contact between the toes and the heel, at least for now. Side to side, side to side. And then we're gonna start to lift up a little bit. So maybe it's in the toes, maybe it's in the heel. A little bit, just a little bit. And you can bend the knees as much as you need to. Just finding some balance. And then we're just gonna pause for a moment. Feeling the weight more in on one side and then drop that foot back down and then more into the other side. And we'll just keep going back and forth a little bit. The foot comes up a little bit more. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay. And then bring both feet down. Okay, so we're gonna come into tree now. I'm gonna put the weight into our right foot. Hands can be wherever they feel comfortable, okay? And we're gonna take the left foot and we're gonna bring it up. So it might be just above your ankle. You might have the foot on top of foot. Okay, you might have the foot way up, wherever it wants to be, just as long as you're not standing on that foot. Okay, wherever. And then your arms. You can be holding on to something, you can be touching something, your hands can be out. Still looks like a tree. They can be up, they can be above, they can be your heart, they can be in your hips, wherever you like. Focus on one thing. Make sure you're breathing. And notice that that supporting foot is gonna keep wobbling, keep finding balance. Think about pressing down through your toes, the ball of your foot, the middle of your heel. If you fall out, that's totally fine. Just come back. Soften your jaw, soften your shoulders. Okay, let's come out of the pose. Try not to shake it off. Try not to shake it off. I know it's really hard. It's kind of what we want to do. We want to just shake it off. See if things will just go away, and they will. They will. All those sensations are just going to disperse. Okay, let's go over towards the other side now. Put the weight into your left foot. A little bit of a bend in the knee, don't lock it. And then take up that right foot and then go into wherever you like, wherever you feel balanced. So again, the weight is in that left foot, in the toes, the ball of the foot, and the heel, all the same. And then you can bring your arms wherever you feel comfortable. Sometimes when the hands are touching either each other or a different part of the body, it feels a little bit more connected. So it maybe feels a little safer. When they're kind of out, it feels a little bit more adventurous. So it just depends on where you are. Left foot and right foot, totally different. And make sure you're breathing. Keep the jaw soft. Keep the shoulder soft. And you're going to start to notice that leg is starting to fatigue. Totally okay, that's fine. If you come out of it, just try to bring yourself back. Focus. When you've had enough, just bring both feet down onto the ground. Back to your mountain pose. Asana, and see, try not to shake, try to let the sensations disperse. And breathe. You're gonna feel that energy starting to leave. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna heel toe the feet apart. And we're gonna come into a star position. Okay, so the feet can be as wide as you're comfortable. You can even do this on the chair and then bring your arms up. Spread out those fingers, activate the arms. Try to have equal weight through both feet. And breathe. Good. Now see if you can keep your arms here. If the arms don't want to be here, that's totally fine. They can be at your heart. They can be on your shoulders. They can be around your waist. Okay, wherever, or they can even be down here. And again, we're going to shift the weight a little bit from side to side. Side to side, keep the contact with the feet. And then we're going to start to lift up the heel. And again, if the arms want to go somewhere else, that's totally fine. So one heel's lifted, and then come down, the other heel lifted, come down, shifting the weight. Yeah, a couple more times. You can focus, you can close your eyes, or just watch a little spot in front of you. You can take a moment to pause before going over to the other side. And then both feet onto the ground. And then we're going to bend in the knees and we're going to come into a goddess. Elbows up. So your elbows are in line with your shoulders as much as possible. Okay, spread out those fingers. Okay, so I'm just going to show you from the side. Hopefully this will, I don't know if it'll do the video, but we don't want to sway in the back. So we don't want to do a cow, like reaching back like this. We also don't want to do a cat. Okay, we want to kind of have right in between the natural curvature of the spine. Okay, and you kind of want to reach those hips back, but try to keep a neutral spine between a cow and a cat. Okay, and you can squat as far down as you're comfortable. Okay, and now I think we better come up and stretch up. Boy, nice strong legs here. Excellent. And then bring those arms back down. Oh, just think of the bicep and tricep and shoulder work you just did. And then heel toe your feet back together. Good. And then heel toe your feet again apart. Good. As far as you can, and then heel toe your feet again together. So what are we doing here in our bodies? We're working in our hips. We're working with our hip flexors. We're working with our buttocks. You can feel them moving. We're working in our inner thighs, our adductors. And we're working with our outer thighs, our abductors. Do that a couple more times. You feel all those muscles working. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We don't often do this movement at home, or if ever. Couple more times. Maybe in the roaring 20s, but we were not alive in the roaring 20s, so not quite. No. Okay, and then we're going to bring our feet back together. Okay, and I'll take just a moment here. Breathe. You're going to feel those muscles. Can you feel them? Mm-hmm. No? Okay. Okay, so we're going to open up the feet again, heel toe the feet again, and this time we're going to bring ourselves into warrior two. Okay, so we'll have the right foot turned. So the right foot is pointing towards the long part of the mat. So long, the short part of the mat, short part of the mat. Yes, short part of the mat. And the back foot, the left foot is pointing towards the long side of the mat. Okay. Yes. So Elizabeth, you gotta turn yourself. Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. So short part of the mat. Long part of the mat. Yeah, long part of the mat. Exactly. Yes. 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 Short and long. Short and long. Okay. So now we're going to bend into that right knee. Good. Okay. So pretty much when we were doing that, we were preparing ourselves for this. Okay. Okay. So now all of a sudden we should feel the muscles on the outside of the leg, those abductors, kicking on. Okay. Pay attention. They're there because you're in this position. If you're in this position, they're turned on. They can't help but be not turned on. Okay. Now your inner thighs, you should feel some something happening in your inner thighs right now too. Good. And your butt. You should feel a little tightening in the butt. Good. Okay. You should feel your thighs. Yeah. The thighs, the front part, the quads, and the hamstrings. Okay. Everyone does. And some a little bit opening in our hip flexors. Okay. And then we're going to reach the arms out. Just let them float. Let them float. Okay. Shoulders soften down. Good. Equal weight through both feet. Okay, and we want to make sure that your front knee, your left knee, your right knee is over top of your middle toes or trekking towards the middle toes. It's over top of your ankle. Okay, hold it here, breathe. The tendency is we want to go forwards. We're not going forwards. The tendency is we want to go forwards and put the weight into that front foot. Ease off of that front foot a little bit and put some weight into that back foot too. Okay. Then we're going to, just like we were doing, going forward and back, side to side, we're going to do the same thing, going back and front. So we're going to exhale, we're going to tip backwards. And then we'll come back through center. Inhale here. Exhale, go forwards. And inhale, come back up. Exhale, go back. Good. Keeping that knee bent. Inhale. Exhale. Go forwards. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, go back. If you need to hold on to something, you can always hold on to something forward and back. And go forwards again. Okay, and then come back up. And we'll go back. We're going to stay here for a moment. Okay, I'm going to keep a nice bend in that front knee. Keep that knee right over top of your ankle. Equal weight through both feet. You can do whatever you like with your head. Maybe you want to look up. Maybe you want to keep your head neutral. Maybe you want to look down at those back toes. Up to you. You'll know which way. Sometimes it throws off your balance. Okay, come back. Inhale. Come back to warrior two. And then we're going to go forwards. You can rest your arm on your leg if that works for you. It might not. It might. And that back arm, your left arm is going to come either up or it can come over. If you don't want to hold it, maybe it comes just down by your side or maybe it wraps around your back. So you decide what works best for you. Make sure you're breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Good. And then we'll bring ourselves all the way back up again. Back to warrior two. Bring the arms down. And then we're going to heel toe our feet together again. Okay. And then we're going to face forwards once more. Yeah. And we'll rest in mountain pose. You can close your eyes and just rest. So I think we were discussing, Patricia, we were talking about how mountain pose and Savasana, maybe was it with you? I'm not sure, are the two most difficult poses in yoga.
Yeah. The other one, they're going down.
Yeah, so lying down on your back in stillness. So Savasana, corpse pose, is one of the hardest poses. So is this one. Now why?
Because if you're not refreshed, our hands want to be like this, not like that.
Because we're should be in some stillness and we should be going inwards and have total alignment throughout our whole bodies, have equal weight dispersed through both feet. So when we're standing up like this, so we're lengthening through the spine. When we're on the ground, we want equal distribution throughout our whole bodies. And again, we're trying to find some stillness and be present. So often when we're in these two poses, we're not present. Our minds are telling us stories and we're taking off on those stories. We're getting involved in the stories. So kind of difficult. And it's okay. I mean, it's okay. It's a learned thing, right? That's why it's called practice. Okay, so we're going to heel toe the feet again, away. You can decide how far away. You can always readjust yourself. Kicking in those muscles again. And then we're going to turn So the left foot is in front and the right foot's behind. So your left foot is toes are towards the long, short part of your mat. And the right toes are towards the long part of your mat. And you're gonna bend into that left knee. And just adjust yourself, okay? So your hips are gonna be more open. They're not gonna be directly towards the long part of your mat. Don't worry about that. Okay, and then we're gonna float those arms back up. Again, your knee is gonna be over top of your ankle, tracking towards the middle toes, not the big toe. So we don't want to caving in, okay? And just float those arms. So one's going back behind you, the other's going forwards. Okay, and we're breathing here. Good. You want to make sure there's equal weight through both feet as well too. Don't put all the weight into that front foot. And now we're going to just flow back and forth, okay? So we're going to just tip ourselves backwards and then go forwards. And if you need to move your arms in a different position, that's totally fine too. If you need to take a break, take a break. Make sure you're breathing and just float those arms. Keep checking in with your legs, making sure your front knee is right over top of your ankle and tracking towards the middle toes. And it's not caving in. Sometimes that happens. Most of the time, especially when we're not paying attention. So we have to be really, really present with what's happening. Okay, the next time you come up into your inhale, you're going to go back to your exhale, and we're going to just stay here. So just go to where you can go, okay? So your head might be neutral. You might be looking up. You might be looking down. Find a place where you feel balanced. Make sure you're breathing. Equal weight through both feet. Good. And then we'll inhale right back to warrior two. And then we'll go forward. So just tip yourself forward. You can rest your arm on your leg or into the inside of the leg. And this right arm can be up, it can be over, it can be down, it can be around your back. So you find out where it fits the best in your body. Where's your weight? In both feet. Equally. So the tendency is when we're going forwards, we want to put all the weight into that front foot. No. We're not going to do half a moon right now. Maybe you can take one more breath here. And then we'll bring themselves all the way back up. Back to our warrior two. Bring the arms down, straighten your front leg. And then we're going to heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Bring our feet back together, face the front of the room. Take a moment to breathe. Believe it or not, that's a whole body. You should feel that throughout your entire body. Every muscle was used for that. Every single one. Even if you weren't even thinking about those muscles, they were being used. Good. Breathe. Okay, so open up your eyes, focus again. We're going to take our right foot and cross it over. We did this last week too. We'll do a little bit different. So right foot over top of left foot. You can just adjust. Your toes don't have to be in line. They can be out a little bit, just so you find balance. And all 10 toes should be into the ground. Your heel, middle of your heel into the ground. Okay, and the ball of your feet pressing into the ground equally. Okay, we'll have a little inner thigh squeeze here to feel those inner thighs coming together. Now, try to see if you can pull your legs apart. Yeah, now you're kicking in those abductors. the outside of the thigh. Yeah, so those are working now too, because you're trying to pull your legs apart, but they won't.
No.
The adductors are working here. Good. Okay, we're going to inhale the arms up. Okay, a little tricky. Exhale, bring the arms down. We're going to bring the hands behind us. You're going to clasp them somehow. Okay. So if this doesn't work for you, you can always release the hands. Okay. And if you need a chair or the wall, I'm mainly talking to people at home, but if you do need a chair or wall, people here too, then use that. Okay. We're going to bend into the knees as much as we can, and we're going to lower ourselves down forwards, just as far as we can go. It might not be very far. We might be able to go further. You will find where you need to stop. Okay? Your body will tell you. And you might have to release the hands, and that's totally fine. See if you can keep a nice long back regardless of where you are. And then maybe can you release the hands and maybe reach down towards your toes? You can touch your toes, great. If you can't, great. It's fine, whatever. Let your hands hang. Your hands might be on your thighs. Let them hang. And then we'll slowly bring ourselves back up. So slow. Good. Release the hands if they're still clasped. Bring them up. And bring the hands back down to the heart. And we're going to undo our legs. Okay. And bring ourselves back into mountain pose. Okay, let's do the other side. We're going to take the left leg over top of the right. And again, place them where they feel comfortable, where you feel balanced, where you can get all 10 toes into the ground, balls of your feet, and the middle of your heel. So that's going to be different for everybody, depending on your flexibility in your hips and in your body, really. Use a chair to help you or the wall. Just take a moment here, find balance. You might notice one of the toes doesn't want to cooperate. That's okay. So your inner thigh squeezing, and then we're trying to pull those legs apart. But while you're trying to do this, make sure you're breathing. We try. Yeah, sometimes we stop breathing. And if you feel wibbly wobbly, that's okay. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Bring the arms up. Reach up. And then we'll bring the hands down behind us. If we can, see if you can clasp your hands in a weird way, the way that doesn't feel right. There'll be a way that feels good and a way that feels so awkward. Do that way. Yeah. And if you do it enough times, then it won't feel awkward anymore. Okay, so from here, we're going to hinge ourselves forwards again. Go slow, and you'll know how far to go. Your body will tell you right away. You will notice from sensations. You can bend into your knees as much as you need to, as much as you can. And just go where you can. Keep equal weight through both feet. Make sure the sensations aren't really, really strong and painful so that you can't breathe. And if they are, then you need to release a little bit. Okay. And then you can release the hands and maybe make your hands down towards your toes or not. Maybe they just hang. Again, up to you wherever you are at this moment. Okay, and then we'll slowly bring ourselves back. Nice and slow. Bring the arms all the way up. Almost like on a tightrope. Bring your hands down towards your heart, and then we're going to undo our legs. And just take a moment just to let things happen. you'll notice one side is probably stronger than the other side. One side was way easier than the other side. One foot is stronger, one's weaker. Okay, and then we're gonna get down onto the ground again. So make your way all the way down onto the ground. We're actually gonna come onto our tummies to begin to. Come onto your tummy. For those at home that do not want to be on your tummy, you just sit in your chair. Okay, so this is crocodile on the tummy, cross the arms, rest your forehead onto your arms. For some of you, it's going to feel good to be on your stomachs. For some of you, it's not going to feel good at all. And that's okay. Just be a little curious. Okay, so we are going to do cobra. So just stay where you are. So people who are on chairs, you're going to do that first. All you're going to do is place your hands closer to your hip flexors, and you're going to lift, push your heart forwards. It's almost like you're doing a cow. Okay, so it's like this. Shoulders are reaching back, squeezing kind of the shoulder blades together a little bit, lifting up the chin. Okay, and if you're on your tummy, you're going to bring your legs together. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, right beside your chest. Elbows are going to come in towards the body. Okay, so you're going to squeeze in. Your forehead is down. You're going to press in through your hands. Squeeze your elbows into the side of the body, and then bring yourself up. Your head is in line with your spine. So you're not lifting up the head. The head is nicely in line. Okay, you're pushing down through your pelvis and your belly, and you're trying to lift up your heart. And then lower yourself all the way back down and come back into crocodile. You're just seated in a chair. You just relax. I'm going to do that one more time. So whenever you feel ready, if you're in a chair, you do that cow again. If you're on the ground, you bring your hands underneath your shoulders, right by your chest, elbows in, press into the tops of the feet, legs strong, and then lift yourself up. Neck is in line, head is in line with your spine. Your hands, you're pushing into your fingers and in the knuckles of your fingers. The wrists are down, the bottom of the hands, but you're not pushing a lot of weight there. And then slowly bring yourself all the way down. Come back to crocodile. And then we're going to bring ourselves into child's pose. So you're going to push yourself up and back. Legs are wide, knees are wide. You can use knee pad maybe underneath the knee. Maybe you put a blocks underneath there. Maybe you just keep your hips lifted and you're on your forearms or on blocks. Maybe you make fists for your head. So find a place where it feels right in your body. Okay? If none of that works, then you do you. Okay? If you're seated, then you're just going to round out and just bring your forearms down onto your thighs and just create some softness there. So if none of that works, you can come onto your back, yeah, and bring your knees in towards your chest. And you can just hold on, pretty much the same pose. And we'll just take a few moments here to relax and to breathe and to notice. And then on your next breath, You're gonna make your way onto your back. Doesn't matter which way you face. If you're seated in a chair, we're gonna do a twist, so. Aim to keep your knees centered, or you can turn them to the left and to the right. If you're on your back, you can bend into your knees. You can give yourself a little hug if you want to. And then you can keep your knees up if you want, or you can bring your feet down and you're just gonna sway your knees from side to side. Your feet can be as wide as you're comfortable, or you can keep your knees up and just sway the knees from side to side. And use a little bit more of your core to do that. So find out what works the best in your body. And if you're seated in a chair, if you keep your knees centered, you're just going to move your upper body in one way, come back through center, and then move the other direction. And if you moved your legs over towards maybe the right, then you just bring your body center, and then come back, face the right, and body center. And then you'll do the same thing on the left side. So we're just feeling that movement. And go ahead and do whatever else feels good. So you might want to twist your legs up. You might want to straighten one leg and keep one bent. So you do you, whatever works best in your body, what you're noticing works the best. If you feel like pausing on either side, please do so. Take a moment to pause. And then whenever you've had enough of that, you can just relax in your Savasana. So either in a chair and just release yourself into the back of the chair. If you're on the ground, your knees can be bent. They can be straight. You give yourself this time to relax. Wherever you are, return to your breath. Just stay where you are. Just watch yourself breathe for a few cycles. And then we're going to turn that back into our so hum breathing. So breathing in with the sound of so and humming it out. You can make a little bit of a sound or it can be internal, up to you. And take your time with this type of breathing. We'll do 3 more breaths like this. And then bring your regular breathing back and take a moment just to scan the body. Maybe just noticing how it might be a little bit different from when we first began practice. If you feel you're ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Give yourself a little stretch. And make your way up into a comfortable position. Wherever you'd like to sit. Close your eyes. Nice long back. We're going to bring our hands into chin mudra. So we'll flip the hands over, palms face up, thumb and index finger. Because we're open to energy, we're open to possibilities. And just sitting up nice and tall, and then take some time to reflect on your practice. You may be returning to your intention to practice today. Maybe returning back to the quote. And just notice what is what. Maybe what made a difference to you, what you noticed, what you felt. Okay, and the next breath, release the hands, bring them up and above your head. Bring them down towards your heart and bow your head into those hands. So your hands in Anjali Mudra, your mind and body connecting towards your heart, your center, and give yourself some gratitude. Gratitude for showing up for yourself today, for your practice, for being aware, mindful, and just noticing what there is to notice about yourself. And if you feel grateful for anything else,
go ahead and share that gratitude, send it out. And we'll finish with Om. Take a breath in through the nose. Sigh out. Breathe in for the sound of the universe. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.